Congratulations to all winners in advance, especially if you are following my simple winning instructions. Today's date is 08112025. Puerto Rico, Tennessee, Texas, Ohio, Georgia, Michigan, Florida, North Carolina. In that order, ladies and gentlemen, this is a winning formula right here in itself. This is a strategic day trading investment formula. If you run them just like this, there is a link on my website that will allow you to invest in all of these states accordingly. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and take a look and see what they did for Tennessee. So you get to see for yourself that these numbers don't lie. You get to see for yourself that they are actually communicating with me. You get to see for yourself that I am who I say I am and where I say I'm from. So, ladies and gentlemen, how many people remember me giving those numbers out? Before I even go over number one number. Man, I just love it when the number one number come out and I got people complaining, I see too many numbers. And then they refer to me as being like all the other groups. Boy, oh boy, I tell you, it ain't right, ladies and gentlemen. It is not right. 930, number one number. I promise. Kept straight. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, 962 is not going to lie to you. 962 did not lie to me. 962 told me, look, tell these folks to focus on your top 5 3 digits. Make a promise that the top 2 are best. That means that they have the highest probability of making money. Somebody share my live because I don't believe that there's enough believers in here. Ladies and gentlemen, he also said they would manifest from 8-8 to 8-14, also guaranteeing they would drop off in Tennessee, the very first state. Come on now, ladies and gentlemen. That was straight proof that I am from the future. I can see the future. I can hear the future. I can feel the future. I can deliver you the future right to you if you believe. But as long as you think that I'm crazy, as long as you think that this is unbelievable, and I'm showing you that it is believable, something's wrong with you. Again, ladies and gentlemen, all you have to do is invest in the first 2 numbers. Y'all better stop playing with your boy. 930, the very first number drawn today. Anthony Bascomb said, hey, that number will fall straight. Promise the VIP that they will see that number fall straight. Matter of fact, within the next few months, I probably won't be doing monthly. I probably won't be doing bi-weekly. I will probably only do daily and 3 days. Daily and 3 days. My daily will be $50, and my 3 day package will probably be about, I'm going to say 75. 75. And I'll leave it at that because people are not finding value in me being right every single day. It seems like all you want to see is me show off. That's what you want to see, me show off and do what you see me doing. Ladies and gentlemen, year 5167 is the way you'll probably see that number next. Write down 7156 and 7146. Write those down. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Ladies and gentlemen, numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. Why people do, I don't know. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to stop receiving these monies. I'm going to start sending them right back. I'm going to start sending them right back. Georgia on 8-6 told us, look, I'm coming right back with a vengeance. Told me, focus on my top 5 4 digits, which I promise my top 2 will manifest from 8-7 to 8-13. I also guaranteed you would see it in Tennessee. Promise kept, ladies and gentlemen, by Anthony Bascomb for today. And I put it in writing so I could have proof that I'm not just pulling these numbers out of my behind. How many people actually believe that I'm doing this? How many people actually believe that he can promise a number will fall on a particular date and it will fall? How many people actually know that when you know a little something about numerology, you can promise a number will fall. You can guarantee a number will make it by a particular date, and it will. Watch out for 903. Watch out for 903. You'll most likely see 930 repeat itself, but nobody's listening to you, Mr. Bascomb. Because if they were, you would be hearing that Cash App go off. You would be hearing that Venmo go off. You'd be hearing that PayPal go off. You'd be hearing people say, hey man, why don't you send me a link to your crypto wallet, man? I want to send you some cryptocurrency. Yeah, I made about 5 or 6,000 on that investment tip that you gave me. Okay. So I'm in Grand Ledge, Michigan. I'm going to have to make a little small trip to Canton, Michigan tomorrow. But once I'm back here in Grand Ledge, Michigan, I will go live on TikTok with some real heavy information. You want to be able to gather that information. So if you haven't, go to my TikTok right now and actually subscribe. If you subscribe for 6 months or more, if you subscribe on my TikTok channel for 6 months or more and can show me by screenshotting it and sending it to my email, I will give you 1 free week of my Discord predictions. That right there will entice you by your seventh day. If you haven't looked at a package, at least the smallest package, because like I said, I practically give it away for less than $7 a day. That's what I'm doing right now. And you could be winning 930 straight promise, number one number. 7165 promise to fall on today's date, number two number. Stop playing with me, ladies and gentlemen. I won't play with you. I won't bring you bullshit numbers. Just be honest with me. Let me know, hey, I'm not going to tip you, you know, and hey, I will make sure that I'll give you a number that will fall box. I'll make sure that the number that I give you won't fall to the very last day. That's what I'll do for you. Today is 8/11, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I make this look relatively easy, but you got to know, for me to be as accurate as I am, I'm not pulling this out my ass. I'm not. So you got 930, ladies and gentlemen. You're 930. 903 is what I said. That's what they told me. In the instant, it's music to my ears. What about you? 723, ladies and gentlemen, 723. I'm going to promise. 723. 514, promise. 660, promise. 930. Tennessee first draw on 8/11. Copying. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Here. Hmm. Twelve is your major sum. You will see the sum of three. 21 is your backup plan. You're going to see 03X. You're going to see 09X. you're going to see 39x. Seven one six five 7165 7165 7165 7165 7165 7165 7156 7516 7516 7516 7561 7561 7561 7561 7561 7561 7561 7561 7561. Ladies and gentlemen, would you look at that? Would you look at that? Over and over and over again, I will promise the same number. 7561 was guaranteed to fall between the dates 87 7561 guaranteed 87 to 813 that come from the information 1666 gave me. 1666 did not lie. Numbers don't lie, people will. Okay. Watch out for 5505. Watch out for 5505. All states 5505 just came. 5505. That hit me clear as day. 5505. Ladies and gentlemen, 4269 on 89 told me, look, focus on the top 4 digits, which I promise the top 2. Somebody tell me what the second number is. Boy, oh boy, that is so phenomenal. So over and over and over again, ladies and gentlemen, numbers don't lie. People do. And as you can see, I'm not a people, I'm not a person. I have not lied yet. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you what's going to happen here in just a second. And this will actually change how everything is going to happen now. All right, so 8673, 8673, 8673. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to pay close attention to um 7863, 7863, 7863. Ladies and gentlemen, pay close attention to 9820, 9820. I want you to pay very close attention to 4832, 4832. You will see 8940. You will see 3420. And these are by way of Tennessee. And this is from 7165. Okay, let's see here. Hmm. Wow. Okay, so I didn't even do anything on these numbers here. Again, focus on my top five four digits, which I promise the top two will manifest from the dates 810 to 816. I also guarantee you would see this number drop in Tennessee. Ladies and gentlemen, again, numbers don't lie. Told you to pay very close attention and focus on my top five four digits, which I promise the top two have the highest probability of winning money. I told you they would manifest between 8-7 and 8-13. I also guaranteed you would see it in Tennessee. Promise kept 2 times. Now y'all know I showed you 3 times, but I'm getting tired. I can get tired, right? I can say, hey, chat, I'm getting tired. Hey, chat, my energy levels are becoming depleted. Chat, you have to understand, and overstand that when you are exercising your right to be a multidimensional being and actually do what you were designed to do, you get these type of results. What I call myself doing here is helping you. 7 and 1 is 8. 6 and 5 is 11. That is equal to 19. That's your major. Your minor is 10. There's your 100. There's your 1,000. Put that one in there. And that one in there. Promise twice. How can you miss? Okay. Oh, let me go back and check here. Be sure, be sure, be sure. 7165 from Tennessee. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So, again, when I used to do this for myself, I didn't have to get up at 1, 2, 3, 4 a.m. I just got up whenever I wanted to. And whenever I felt like making money, I could make money. But now, since I have people who pay me for these services, I have to make sure that I'm extremely accurate. So again, if you send me money and then ask me what do I do next, I will send you your money back. Again, the first two numbers is what I recommend. You have clearly seen where the number one number over and over and over and over and over again is the best selection. What part of that you don't understand? So, let me go over here to TikTok. Let's let them know. Bam, bam, bam. Auto cut that. I'll make that a story. If you haven't joined my Facebook page, ladies and gentlemen, I do have an official Facebook page. It is Dynamic Predictions LLC. And I also put all of what you see happening on every drawing in here. Let's go to the home, go over here, and let the folks know that I know a little something about numerology. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as you've seen, it takes quite a bit of time, energy, and knowledge to do this. One zero two, 102. How many people remember me telling you, watch out for 102? 6996. 6996. I think I might have gave it to you 6969 or 6699. We'll check though. We will check. Okay. That 8710 is extremely hot. Your 8750 is extremely hot. Most cases, ladies and gentlemen, let's skip one more line here. 4587, ladies and gentlemen, 4587. Six nine nine six will probably repeat itself, or you will see 6699. And this is from 6996. Okay. You're 102, 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 you're 102. I told you that would fall from Ohio yesterday. 102, 102, you're 102, you're 102. I told you that would fall from Florida. So I told you that 102 was scheduled to fall straight on today. Number one number. Y'all better leave me alone. So I scheduled 102 to fall straight twice on today. Neither was it in a promise position, neither was it on fire or triple dollar signed. But what I will say is it was scheduled to fall straight for today. But what we have here is your confirmation. How many people can say that the number one number is very seldom short of the glory of getting you where you need to be? Number one promise kept for today. And here's your proof. I said it would fall between 8.5 and 8.11. I met my deadline on this prediction. How many people you know doing this? I said this number would manifest on 8.5 to 8.11. I guaranteed you would see it in Texas, ladies and gentlemen. And I told you, just focus on my top five three digits, which I promise, the top two, the number one number. How many times do I got to show you the number one number? How many times do I got to tell you, don't piss me off by saying what to do next? And I'm telling you, just the number one number from 7 states, seven numbers is $7. Take it in half, 350. Come on now, somebody. It's not hard. A 5-year-old can play the number one number. A 5-year-old can pick out fire. Okay. I'm hardly ever wrong when I tell you the sum of 3, the sum of 12, the sum of 21, your pairs, 21x, next 01x, and two zero X. You should automatically be seeing your 213. You should automatically be seeing 219. Triple ones, triple sevens, 102 will fall straight again and again and again and again. 871 will fall with 102. 854, watch out for. 760, 716. Already, I'm getting used to not saying the word with the P since nobody's listening to me anyway. Mm-hmm. 300 on fire. Okay. So we did that. Which one was it? The last one we did. Okay, we did this one here. Please do not send me a friend request. I'm not looking for friends. I'm looking for clients. So you can find me right here. Ultimate winners ultimately always win. And of course, you will find me on my business platform Dynamic Predictions LLC. That's where you want to be. Dynamic Predictions LLC. I keep forgetting to post on YouTube. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take a small break. I will be back hopefully around about 12:30 with Georgia and then Ohio and then Michigan. If you can follow simple winning instructions, if you can play the number one and number two number without fail, investing, not gambling, then by all means go to dynamicpredictions.onrender.com. Subscribe to a package. Once you find that package that you desire and you get a receipt from that package, go and send that receipt to dynamicallydriven@gmail.com. Once I see that you were interested in purchasing that, I am going to give you a link to my private Discord channel where you get to see all of my predictions real time before I modify them and upload them to that website. So again, you will be able to experience the best of both worlds. You'll be able to get the prediction right away. So when you hear me saying, oh, I made this prediction within a matter of hours, guess what? You being a VIP member means that you got that prediction within a matter of hours. And 9 times out of 10, it will be that number one number. Again, once you nail that number one number a few times, you're going to want to include the fire and triple dollar signs. Once you build up a bankroll that can sustain all of my guaranteed and promised numbers, ladies and gentlemen, you will be winning 32 times guaranteed, 27 times promised, 8 times straight, 48 guaranteed, 25 promised, 18 straight, 41 guaranteed, 34 promised, 18 straight, 49 guaranteed, 38 promised, 12 straight, 36 guaranteed, 24 promised, 7 straight, 37 guaranteed, 29 promised, 14 straight. And check this out. Out of the 14 that I gave them straight, 13 of the 14 I promised. 32 guaranteed, 22 promised, 11 straight. 9 of the 11 that I called straight, I promised they would fall straight. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you at the winner's table no matter what, just based on what you were able to see right there. We don't lose here. We don't have that type of mentality. I don't store that type of energy. Okay? Again, I am a master numerologist. That means that I am a master alchemist. I am a master manifester. You are too, especially if you are in the building right now. Because if you're in the building right now, you're here to pick up on what you used to be able to do. You're not here by coincidence. There's no such thing as coincidence. Now, again, there will be those who will drop by just to ridicule, just to hate, because they know that that's what they were designed to do. But we're not worried about them. The only thing that we're focusing on is the first two numbers where you see you can do the number one number and win over and over and over again. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to see you at the winner's table. I'm going to go outside. I'm going to diffuse. I'm going to recharge up. I'm going to ground. I'm going to actually do some affirmations that will actually take me to a whole nother level. And when I tell you a whole nother level, if those of you who have been noticing that when I tell you that these numbers don't lie and you can see wholeheartedly, promise straight, promise straight, promise to fall. You cannot beat this type of information. And your 6996 is going to produce a winner. That number will produce a winner. So VIP members, you want to get on those predictions, which are called FBTNs. Those are followed by these numbers. That's the predictions that you see me laying out. That's what when you hear me see FBTN, this is a FBTN followed by these numbers. 948 will be followed by these numbers. Okay? Your big money pattern, I am your big money pattern. I provide the numbers that will keep showing up and showing out over and over and over again. Your primary objective is to believe me. Once you start believing, that's when you start receiving. If you don't believe, you're not going to get off of your ass and go to the store or go online and invest. It's as simple as that. Okay, I'm going to try to make another debut at 12:30. Look for me, and I will have the results for Georgia, Ohio, and Michigan in that order